We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today. This episode is brought to you by the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. From the world and creators of The Big Bang Theory comes a new comedy series. Stuart Bloom, comic book store owner and lovable underdog, accidentally breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard and kicks off a full-blown multiverse Armageddon. Now, he's on a mission to put reality back together alongside his girlfriend Denise, a geologist named Bert, and physicist Barry Kripke. Along the way, they're running into alternate universe versions of characters you already know and love. Check out the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, now streaming exclusively on HBO Max with new episodes Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Subscription required. Welcome to Armchair Anonymous. I'm Dan Shepard. I'm joined by the Duchess of Duluth.
I am very pleased because I have received a lot of messages lately about how much they love Armchair Anonymous.
You know, these are the episodes I'll listen to later.
They're the best.
They make me laugh. Like, I'll read these lovely comments. People like, I got to pull my car over. I couldn't see. I was crying so hard laughing. And then I get nostalgic and I want to hear the story all over again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just listened to Poops on the Date again.
So
it was so good. Okay, now this one definitely falls into the bracket of you shouldn't listen to this episode. Don't listen to this episode. It's not a fun episode. This one's downright scary.
It is scary, but there is something really exciting that happens.
Well, two exciting things happen.
Okay, two exciting things happen. One unexpected thing happens, and you'll get to hear it real time. It's a real time pop out for everyone.
Yes, it was incredible. I felt like my brain was short circuiting.
Same.
Sim was crossing or something.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was a really fun stop by one of my best friends, Nate Tuck,
Yes.
who's a great storyteller and has an
The
incredible.
best.
Oh my God. Were we just dying laughing?
Yeah, when I was listening back, I was laughing so hard.
Okay, so don't listen to this episode, but maybe go skip to Nate's episode. 'cause
No,
it's his
listen
story.
to this episode.
No, I just got to say, man, one of these stories, I've not been so tense hearing a real life story. It's terrifying.
Except Poop at
your
Blockbuster.
Poop and Blockbuster. Well, no hallway for me.
Oh, hallway was really scary
Made
for
a
you.
mess. Yeah. I mean, there's no coming back from it. The's no solution to that. He could at least waddle to the bathroom. That hallway, there's no solution to.
Yeah.
You're dead in the water.
Oof. Yep.
Please enjoy Armchair Anonymous.
Hard times come and go. Good times, take them slow. My life, I had them both. Remember one thing, you gotta know, I'ma keep on shining.
Hello, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Are you a cartographer? Are you a geologist? Are you an amateur?
I'm an amateur everything. I live in the Columbia Gorge, so the river's right off my lawn.
Are you on the Washington side or the Oregon side?
Oregon side.
Are you a windsurfer?
Started out that way, windsurfer, kiteboarder, now wing foiler. It's bad for adrenaline junkies. When you get old, things get more serious.
Well, I'll tell you what'll spike one's adrenaline is interacting with a wild animal.
It's a small club. No one wants to join it, as far as I can tell.
We don't even know what animal you came into contact with.
Grizzly bear.
Oh my God.
Oh, no. All right.
Tell us.
2001, I'm hunting with my buddy off the northwest corner of Yellowstone. Historically known to have grizzly bears all the time. We knew that. Been hunting there for 17 years together. And end of the day, get to our honey hole. We're like 9 miles out from anything. I go, hey, this is the spot. As you know, it's like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So in hunting, it's all about sex. And we're making bugling noises, male, female, got nothing.
You're trying to attract what, elk?
Elk with bow and arrow. So you got to have them real close. And you got to do everything possible to not be human, which is exactly what you don't want when you're in grizzly bear country.
You want to let bears know you're around, be loud, right?
But we do the opposite. We're totally stealth, totally quiet. We descent. We completely erase our humans to the greatest extent possible. And the sun sets. Well, of course, you know, grizzly bears like hunting in the evening and in the early morning. So we're like, okay, we got to get out of here. So we sat there for just a second, watching the sun go down behind the peaks. We're up at about 8,000 feet. And all of a sudden I go, we got to get out of here. It's always bad walking in the dark. I only had a sidearm and he had bear spray. And so it wasn't our usual deal. But anyway, I say, let's go. I don't even have my pack on. I stand up. I have my bow in my hand. All of a sudden I hear something coming at us, charging. Bull elk do this. Like, we've just got them hot. So I turn around and I'm reaching for an arrow. And there's 3 grizzly bears coming at me.
3?
Yeah, so it was a sow and 2 cubs. They're 2 years old. If you stretch them up, they'd be 5 feet tall. And I knew this is bad.
Am I right that anytime a female's got cubs, that's the most dangerous situation you're ever going to be in with a bear?
I mean, if you're somehow between her cubs and this, that, and the other, this actually helped us. Now, remember, everything I say is just through the filter of a human. It's not their brain, right? But I'm thinking she's teaching them to hunt. And we've been doing bull calls, female calls. It's like there's a herd of elk. And from that second on, I don't have a movie in my head. You know, I've been in avalanches and bike accidents and car accidents, but there's something called time dilation. Everything slows down and you know it's going fast, but it's going really slow. And so I see them coming around a tree and they're coming so hard, there's rocks and dirt coming from their back legs as they come around this tree. And then they're 20 yards from me. And they pause for a brief second. And I go to my handgun now. I hadn't loaded my handgun and I didn't have it out of my holster. But in the time it took, when my hand hit my holster, she broke my leg with the first 2 bites.
No.
She bit your femur?
No, my fibula, actually.
Okay.
I have to be a retired orthopedic surgeon.
Distal end or proximal?
Kind of right in the middle. It was the middle third.
Okay.
Shattered, actually. So as she and her 2 cubs are on her shoulders, they're coming at me. It's a wall of energy, like it's just hard to fathom.
Well, it's safe to guess this is about 2,000 pounds of cumulative bear between her and the 2 cubs.
Oh, yeah. There was this glint of sun off them, and I could see the little silvery fringes of their hair. And I remember thinking, that's why they call them grizzlies, right? I mean, this is what's going through my head.
Sure, you're having epiphanies.
And they come in like dogs. They don't do the movie thing. You know, they don't come in and stand up and wave and do all that. She hit me twice on my leg and I jump back. I'm on the ground. I'm on my gun arm, my right hand. So every time I get away from her, I can't get my gun out.
Oh, God.
And every time she's got me, that's when I'm working to get my gun out. So the next thing I know, she just chews into my thigh.
Oh, my God.
There's no pain, though, is there? Is there pain?
No pain, because your DNA is not letting that happen.
No, that would be too distracting in this moment.
Her face was right here on my thigh. Black bear you fight like crazy. Grizzly bear, you're supposed to play dead. And I'm still holding my bow in my hand. I'm going, can't do it. So I hit her across the bridge of the nose, hit her again, and jump back. And in the meantime, I'm trying to get out my gun, and I hear a voice, which turns out to be mine, not yelling, but just saying in a loud voice. My friend's name is Dave. I go, Dave, you got to help me. She's mauling me. Well, he was laying down.
Oh.
He was trying to be flat so I could shoot. The tracks showed they jumped right over him. And then she grabs my left arm.
Oh, my God.
I'm 210 pounds probably, up in the air like hanky. In my opinion, she was a little over exuberant because I come from lying down to completely up in the air. And as I come flying up in the air, this arm goes completely numb. My bow goes somewhere. I have no idea. But as I turn, there's her mouth and face fully open right in front of me.
No.
I'm still confident. I'm still feeling good. So I'm flying at her, and somehow I twist just enough. They have a pretty dished out place here in the right next to their nose. And I headbutt her, and I hear this tremendous crashing, and I just go flying through the air. And I kind of land standing up. I've now got my gun out. I'm standing up, and it's kind of hanging between my legs. Now, she would have killed me at that moment if it hadn't been for my partner, who is the hero of the story. He doesn't have a gun. He's just got his bear spray.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's a little uphill from us. And in the nighttime, the wind blows uphill in the mountains. And he's a big guy. He's like 6'8".
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
He then takes the bear spray, takes 2 big running steps at her, sprays. Well, it shoots out. It also goes out in the foam, but it goes out in the line. And he's running, and the wind's blowing at him, and it drops him. But in the meantime, she had stood up to try to catch me. They try to get your neck and your face, your head. That's how they immobilize you. She tries to do that. Now we're like the movie. She's standing up, sees him out of the corner of her eye, and that's why she doesn't kill me. Boom, this guy's coming at him. Turns out, of course, that big crunching noise was me, my head. Her left canine took my left ear off, and it looks good now, though, doesn't it?
I mean, just all in all, I'm shocked you're sitting
Intact,
here.
I know.
Yes.
So then I pick up my gun, and then I realize I don't have a round chambered. Again, brain's not working that well. I go to get my left arm up, and left arm doesn't work at all. So I drop my hand back down, chamber around, go to take a step, forgot my left leg's broken.
Oh, my God.
So I pitch into some branches, which then kick me back. Turns out later we looked at all this. My head just misses a big rock, which would have killed me anyway. But then I hit, and it knocks the wind out of me.
Is any part of you cognizant enough to think, I just have to fire this thing? It doesn't even have to be at her, just the noise, hopefully.
That's way too complicated. I am going to shoot this large mass. And of course, in reality, it doesn't work. I mean, Lewis and Clark shot 50 cals at those bears, and handgun doesn't kill them. So look kind of down between my legs. Here's my buddy on the ground. He's got snot and tears and coming out of every orifice because he's been completely covered in the bear spray because he ran into the cloud, and it's not a good scene. He's blind, wind knocked out of me. I only got one arm that's working at this point, but they're gone.
They left.
Wow.
I think that she got into a situation that she didn't appreciate. She was protective of her cubs, so I think that's what helped us, actually. And she's like, we're out of here. This was not what I was expecting.
I buy that.
God.
Yeah, but there's stories of, grizzly bears a lot of times they attack, then they go and sit and wait, you move, and they come get you again. We had friends that were attacked 4 times.
Oh my God. Okay, how the fuck do you get out of this
Yes.
situation?
Well, he's blind, so he crawls over to me, and he's just trying to feel
Oh, fuck.
because he can't see.
Oh,
So he's
geez.
feeling my leg.
Oh, my
Jesus.
God.
Guys just start screaming because it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And then Dave says, okay, stop whining. We got to get going.
Now you're a bloody, easy target.
I tell you, I can't remember going, but I walked about 2 miles. Mostly it was downhill, so I could swing my bad leg. It was another 4 miles out. It's pitch black dark. There were wolves there. Wolves are howling and stuff.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So he leaves me. He takes off running. What we don't realize is he's completely coated in this oil-based bear spray. He immediately sweats and becomes blind again, and he has nothing on him that isn't covered in it. So he runs out 4 miles in the dark, just can hear his footsteps on a bit of a path. In the meantime, I have an amazing experience looking at the Milky Way and hearing the wolves and going into shock. You have this invincible feeling. I call it a life force. No matter what I was doing as a kid and all this stuff, it's always like, well, I'm going to live. I'm going to live through this, which is nonsensical, of course.
Sure.
As I'm laying there for multiple hours, I had a sense of oneness. And I'm telling you, it was unbelievable, fantastic.
Oh, wonderful. I love hearing that.
I finally realized I got nothing.
It's rare in life where you're completely out of moves. You're like, well, I'm laying here and I am now at the mercy of whether someone finds me or not.
What will happen will happen. And, you just go, well, I know my wife loves me. My kids love me. I love them. That's all there is.
Yeah. I would imagine what happens is there is some fracturing of the ego. The barriers of all these compartments that we define ourselves by start eroding a little bit.
Totally.
Were you airlifted out eventually, or did people come on horseback? How did you end up getting pulled out of there?
My buddy ultimately got there. He drove however many miles to a ranch. They happened to have a key to a gate. They got there in a vehicle, and then I got into Bozeman, Montana, finally in the middle of the night, and that's a whole other story.
The next harrowing adventure begins.
The surgeon had only been a surgeon for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I've never seen a bear attack. I'm going, don't worry. I've never seen one either. I've never been part of one either. So it was all good.
Wow.
Wow, Stephen,
What a
that was
story.
harrowing.
It
I'm
was-
sweating.
Oof,
I
I
have
know.
adrenal fatigue.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It is incredible. You do not resemble someone who's been mauled by a bear.
And left for dead.
Obviously, it's been many years. And as much as I was touched by the bear, she chomped on me 5 times. What saved me is she didn't hit me with her hands because, they have huge claws that are blunt. They just tear chunks off you. They don't rip. Like black bears rip through you. They're like knives. But she just chewed me. So that saved me. On my arm here, she just missed my whole neurovascular bundle. Pure luck.
Oh, wow, Stephen.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that was intense. I loved it. Thank you so much for telling us that story. That was incredible.
You're welcome. And it's all due to my daughter who knows you guys. And I have no idea. Old guy.
That's great.
Well, we appreciate it. And say hi to your daughter for us.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Look at this
Yes.
fun space you're in.
She
Lots
did
of
it. She went to the closet exactly
You
as told.
love
I
it.
followed instructions. I'm a teacher, so I do as told.
Oh,
I appreciate you so much.
can we use your real name while we chat?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you fought a wild animal? Is this possible?
I didn't fight a wild animal.
Okay, that's okay.
I thought of you after for a few reasons, but I was like, I should have ripped off my arm and hit him with it. And I did not do that.
So this experience happened after you started listening to the show.
This happened a month ago.
Oh, my gosh.
God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened? Where were you?
I was training for the New York Marathon, and starting in August, I needed to start increasing my distance. It gets really humid in this area. So I thought I'll wake up early and I'll start adding into my kilometers. So I left my house and I was running on this path really close to my house. And I saw something ahead, and I don't wear glasses, which I've heard, Monica, you share this as well.
Yeah, bad eyesight.
It's fuzzy, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I actually don't mind, especially because I just got glasses and I put them on and look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh,
That's my whole thing. Everything gets like 10% uglier.
yeah. So I like the world I live in. But anyway, so I saw something on the grass. I'm going to say 100 meters. I didn't know what it was. So I kept running, and then it lifted its head and looked at me. And I was like, I noticed it was a coyote, which we have in our area. So I thought, okay, I'll just turn around and go down a different street. And I started running down to the different street, and I looked behind me and it was chasing me.
No. We're told coyotes don't do this.
Yeah, you told me that.
I've told her this. Although I would never advise running away from one because I think it could trigger that predator-prey thing where even if they normally wouldn't have thought they could take you down if you run from them, they're like, oh, I guess this thing thinks I could take it down. I believe it too.
Oh my God.
But you're not supposed to. I did the wrong thing.
That's okay. That's okay. We all make mistakes.
I thought we were far enough. And like my instinct was like, get me out of here. I looked behind me and it was chasing me. And then I just froze and it started jumping on me.
No.
It was biting.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry. I know.
No, it's good. It's good.
They're not supposed to get people.
Yeah.
I eventually remembered you're supposed to get big and like scary and loud. That's what they teach us. It's called hazing. So I kind of was like, and got big and tried to escalate my voice a bit. And he kind of backed off, but he was just circling me.
Oh.
Can I ask where he had bit you at this point?
My leg. I didn't need stitches or anything, but there was fur in my leg.
Ew. Okay, so you got
And were
kind
you-
of big.
Okay, you got big.
But I couldn't get away because he was just like circling me. So I tried to call my husband, but it was like 6 a.m. He was sleeping.
Oh, gosh.
So then a guy up ahead riding his bike, not super straight and kind of sketchy. Usually I'd be really scared of him.
But now you can't wait to interact with him.
Exactly. So I like waved him over and I was like, I need your help. This coyote won't leave me alone. So he went kind of towards the coyote and squeaked his brakes. And then the coyote took off enough that I could like back off and go down a different street.
You didn't go directly home.
I did, but like a different route. He was yelling at me. He's like, get pepper spray and whatever. But he saved me.
Now it's time
Now
for
he's
an
your
education.
friend.
Well, yeah, people love to educate other people.
I know.
Oh, that's
I
terrifying.
can't believe a coyote did that.
So it was a Kai wolf, apparently,
A hybrid of coyotes
Fuck.
and wolves?
because my neighbor saw it maybe 20 minutes later running through our neighborhood looking kind of frazzled. But I had to get rabies shots and all of that kind of stuff. And I told the city that we live in and nothing really happened. And I was kind of like, we got to do something, right?
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, a toddler in my area was sitting in their backyard. And the dad went inside to get water and he came out and the toddler was screaming and had bite marks on its neck.
No.
And then the dad looked in the backyard and in a corner was a coyote. So this coyote is just letting loose. Then it started getting serious.
Have they shot this thing yet?
Okay, so I had to ID the coyote.
Oh, good luck. Yeah.
I can't see. So like
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that part. You can't even see.
they found like a den and they thought they found this like Kai wolf. So I said, I think that's it. So they shot it like in the day in a park. They told me it was going to be a humane elimination, but anyway.
Yeah, nice words.
That's like an oxymoron. I mean,
Humane
doesn't mean
elimination.
anything. Yeah.
And then the next day, a different lady in my neighborhood got attacked.
What the hell? I hate this.
Oh, my God.
I hate it too. So now they got the wrong one, I think. And now this guy's still in my hood.
Wait. Why do they think it's one?
I mean, this is where animal people be mad at me, but yeah, we can't have toddlers. You know, I know,
And
I
nice
know.
women.
Yeah, we probably encroached
And
on their thing, and I
Armcherries.
get it. We encroached and we took away their habitat, but here we are.
It's
Here
us
we
or
are.
them.
It's not like it fucked up your flower bed or something.
Right.
I'm dealing with some stuff. Like I have to say, I'm pretty, like I'm not running the marathon, whatever. Like that's not a huge deal or anything. I'll do it next year. But like I don't walk safely and it's impacted life.
I hate to bring it back to the nut on the bike, but if you thought about like having some kind of weapon or bear spray.
I have bear spray. I'm listening to the guy on the bike.
Okay, good. We should always listen to
very
the
wise.
guy that's riding crooked on a
The
bicycle.
drunk guy.
Yeah, the oracle.
Oh my God. Well, I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
bummer.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Again, the animal rights people hate that I'm going to say this, but I have this thing, right? So we went on safari. You're in a little Jeep, no doors, no roof. You're just sitting in a seat, and then the lion walks up.
Wow.
And he is 2.5 feet from your face. Kristen's totally comfortable with this. And Menard, our guide, is very comfortable with this. And I said, guys, there's nothing stopping him from eating all three of us. And Menard said, well, we don't resemble his prey. But I said, until it does.
Yeah. Until it
it does.
decides. Yeah.
Like, yes, I agree with you. You probably have historically the high ground here. But until it does. Another rule I knew, you can't hit pigeons. Go ahead and try. You can't hit a pigeon with your
Okay,
car.
That one's bad though.
But in my experience, and everyone I tell the pigeon story to, they go, oh, I thought you couldn't hit them. I thought you couldn't hit them either. Until you can.
It doesn't mean you should
Until
drive 90 miles an hour.
Animals are not math problems.
They're not predictable.
They're not going to have the same outcome every time.
I'm glad I'm me and I hate animals.
Okay, be
Just
careful,
this
be
is
careful.
I don't care, guys.
I know, but I always end up defending you to these people. I spend a lot of my time fighting with people.
Well, these
Like,
animals are doing this to our
I
Armcherries.
know. How about you hate these attack animals? Can we just add the attack?
They can all attack at any
Bunny
moment.
rabbits?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Kelly, we're going to disengage that we're against bunnies. I guess they could have a disease.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, you got me.
This is what I'm saying. God.
Oh, Kelly. Well, I'm glad you didn't get rabies. I arrogantly think I would actually love to fight a coyote. You know, especially if I had gloves on or something. I'd love it. Like, really, motherfucker? You think you can take me at 65 pounds? But I would be like, I don't want rabies. You might have a secret weapon
Yeah.
here on board, and that would be the rabies.
Yeah, they messed up my rabies dose or something.
Uh-oh.
So I had to go for like
God.
follow-up blood work. And I don't think I have rabies, but I might have to do the whole course again.
You don't have rabies, but there is just a little smidgen of me that wants you to go rabid like the dog Cujo did in the Stephen King thing, and then just leave your house at 2 a.m. like, "Arr!" and go look for him. You're like, all right, motherfucker, it's a fair fight now. I'm rabid too.
That'll be our next prompt. Have
you ever gone rabid?
I'll let you know.
Okay, well, Kelly, thank you for that
sharing.
story.
I'm
and I'm
really sorry because I know that really affects your
permanently.
brain
Yeah.
It's scary.
I see them all the time in our neighborhood, and I'll just walk directly at them. Again, in my worldview, I know they'll walk away. But in your worldview, it's permanently changed. I don't care if you never interact with a bad one again. That's done.
Yeah.
You're never going to not think this thing's capable of biting me.
No, it's true. And I got to start wearing glasses because now I see dogs and I'm like, oh.
Right.
Well,
keep an eye on them, too.
Okay, thanks for
Kelly,
chatting.
thank you so much. It was really nice to meet you.
It was really nice to meet you too. And I listen to you while I do my runs. Like I was listening to Shaun White. So you were part of this experience. Like I had to pause you while I was getting bitten.
I'm glad you didn't associate us with the trauma.
You've run marathons with me. You've been through it all. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That one got you worse than the grizzly bear,
They're
didn't
both
it?
really bad. Well, the grizzly bear, I'm not hunting.
Right.
So
right.
I'm not as scared of just randomly.
Yeah, you're never going to be hiking in Yellowstone.
But coyotes walk up and down our
they're
street.
everywhere. Yeah.
I knew it.
That was a coy wolf.
That's true. What if our coyotes mix with P22 and there's coyote lions?
I'm moving. God.
I'm still up for it. That's so silly of me. I want to fight a coyote.
That is so silly. The bear story didn't deter you
I do
at all.
not want to fight a bear.
Ugh.
Fuck no. I don't want to fight anything that I know could destroy me.
Throw pieces of your flesh off you.
That
Clump,
part,
clump,
I
clump.
hated
Yeah.
that part. Oh my.
I'm going to have to give a stern warning on this one. I'm going to
You
drive
are,
a lot
you
of
are,
listeners
you
away.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. Yes. I'm immediately struck by, Russ, the oxymoron you have on your door. Chaotic neutral.
It is. He's a Canadian rocker.
Ah. Are you in the Great White North?
I am in the Great White North. I am in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Okay, proper Great White North. Does this story take place in the wilderness of Canada?
It does. It takes place a little bit west of here.
Okay, so Russ, tell us what year this was and walk us through the non-neutral chaos.
So we start on August 18th, 2019. I have a wife and two boys. At the time, they are 9 and 7, and we are campers. That's kind of our family thing. So we have chosen a campsite called Rampart Creek, which is sort of in between two places called Banff and Jasper, along a very remote section of the highway. We've chosen it because it is very remote and it has no cell service.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
This particular campground is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. We luck out. We're situated right on the side of the river. So there's just this crazy blue river just roaring kind of past the campsite. It's pretty much perfect. So I'm setting up camp. My wife and youngest go for a quick walk to just sort of explore. And the thing about the river is big enough that it's loud. And so she's in the forest and she comes back and she says, yeah, it's beautiful, but I'm sure it's stupid, but I felt like something was watching us. You can't hear the forest. And so she's like, I didn't like not being able to hear sticks cracking and bushes moving. She said, we did notice, though, that the family next to us, though, is like a carbon copy. It's 2 parents and 2 little boys, a little younger than ours, but the kids want to make friends with them tomorrow. They'll go throw some rocks. But it was getting to be dinner, so we were getting ready for that. So later that night, my wife and I are sitting around the fire and we're commenting on how cannot hear anything around. You're not getting any of those fun Blair Witch sounds that you usually get with camping. So we're like, there could be something and you'd never really know.
Oh, God.
We give up on that thought and we just go to bed. We have kind of this tent set up where our kids sleep on one side, we sleep in another, and then there's a gap down the center. We fall asleep around 11. We wake up at midnight to some commotion happening from the family next door. And it's weird how the brain works. I remember this story from several years prior where a little kid had gotten out of the tent in the early morning, hopped in a dinghy, ended up on a river, I always just thought of it. It was like the last thing I think about every single time I go camping. So for whatever reason, I wake up and it's like, oh, they must have lost a kid. Because it sounds like maybe it's arguing, but it sounds a bit more than arguing. I kind of wake my wife up and I'm like, what are they doing over there? And then we hear two people scream help, like really, really loud at the same time.
Oh my God.
We pop into action mode, which is really funny because everything shuts down. We actually couldn't operate the tent zipper.
The simplest tasks are now impossible.
We fumbled around like idiots with the zipper. And then I get shoes on. She gives me a lantern and it's sort of like goodbye. Like, I hope this is okay.
You don't have like a mag light. You don't have bear spray. You don't have a club. You don't have a shotgun, nothing.
I had many of those things, but I ran past them. In my mind, we've lost a kid. He's probably went out to the bathroom. They don't know where he is. They're rightfully losing their mind. So I get out of the tent with my lantern only. I run past my bear spray and I hop over my axe. And I start trudging down the track. They're about 75 yards away. I don't have a focused flashlight. My thing is giving off like ambient light.
Great for a card game.
Oh, fantastic. I'm kind of calling out. Everyone okay? What's going on?
Help has arrived.
Don't you guys worry. Everything's fine. And what I happen upon is they have the back half of a wolf sticking out of their tent.
No.
And this thing is just rocking back and forth.
Oh, God. Like it has something in its mouth?
It does. His name is Matt.
No.
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So what had happened, to make it even worse, is moments prior, this wolf had gotten onto his site and was sniffing at his tent. And so he kind of rolled over and he smacked it with his forearm. And it clamped on from the outside and then tore its way in.
Oh, my God.
He's now inside on top of his wife, who's now on top of their two kids.
Oh.
Okay, so it's the dad, though, thank God. It's not one of the kids.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Okay.
Got the best one. He's on top, but he can't get up. He can't move because he's in a tent and the sting is on top of him. So I run in and I didn't really take a moment. I was already running. I just kind of screamed and I ran and I just kicked it in the ass as hard as I could.
Yes.
I was kicking in a door, which I've never done before. This thing was clearly a wolf because it was comically tall. I'm not a tall person, so it was a stretch. Like, to get him in the ass, I was kind of like kicking up at it. In my mind, it looked cool. I bet if anyone saw it, it was probably absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
This wolf comes out of the tent now.
After getting kicked in the ass.
I didn't hurt it. It's really important to note that. I think I just made it curious. And so I knocked it off its stride. He comes out of the tent and it's just massive. Like, it's just silly. And this is the moment where I realized sort of what I've done and that the next happenings are really more up to the wolf than me.
Yeah, the wolf is in charge now.
I knew they were timid. So I figured if I just get aggressive with it, we should be fine. And so I kind of challenged it to a fight. I've never fought a man.
Oh my God.
I think I may have asked it if it wanted a piece of me, which is funny looking back on it.
Did you call it a bitch at any point? That comes out of your mouth sometimes.
So I gave it my best impression of an aggro male, and it did not seem to give much of a damn. My new friend Matt comes out of the tent. He's in his underwear and he's covered in blood, and he's holding a shattered tent pole, and his eyes are like bigger than his head.
He's in a fight of his life.
Yeah, he's freaking out. And the thing about Rampart, every site, the perimeter is lined with these like cantaloupe-sized rocks, and they're white. They're painted. And so I could easily see them. So I start picking up rocks and I just start kind of shot putting at the wolf. And I am hitting it. Like, it's hitting it in the head. This does not give much of a damn. Eventually we get it to run off into the forest. So we think we're good. We're hanging out with Mom, who is freaking out. And of course, I have this bloody lantern. So every now and then you just see this white thing where you're not looking, popping in and out of the forest. So we're trying to get a circle so we can't get around behind us.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We've talked before about Rob building our website on Squarespace, and I bring it up again because it's a perfect example of what they do well. Rob had all the pieces, the content, the vision, the ideas, but he needed something to actually take all that and make it public facing. And Squarespace was that bridge. Maybe you're in the same spot. You've been developing something, a business, a skill set, a body of work, and it's been private. It's been yours, but at some point you're ready to put it out there, and that transition from private to public can feel like a huge leap. Squarespace makes it feel like a step. Beautiful templates, built-in SEO, email campaigns, scheduling, analytics, everything you need to go from "I've been working on this" to "here it is, come find me." All in one place, no code, no stitching together a bunch of different tools. So if you've been sitting on something and waiting for the right moment, this might be it. Head to squarespace.com/DAX for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DAX to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, HP, for supporting this episode. Parents, you've got enough on your back-to-school list right now. Ink cartridges do not need to be on it. They just don't. The HP Smart Tank printer uses a refillable ink tank and comes with up to 3 years of ink included. It's the last printer you'll ever need. To learn more, search HP Smart Tank.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You've heard us talk about BetterHelp for a while, but I don't know that we've ever talked about how much people love this service when they use it. BetterHelp has an average live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client session reviews. And you can check out the reviews yourself at betterhelp.com/reviews to see how much they love BetterHelp. Knowing that kind of service feedback from real people speaks for itself. I'm a huge proponent of therapy, as we've talked about before. I've learned so many things about myself that I believe truly only an outside, objective person could help me come to. BetterHelp makes it easy to get started. Answer a few questions, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, and switch therapists at any time if it's not the right fit. See the reviews, see what stands out, and see if BetterHelp is right for you. Visit betterhelp.com/DAX. That's betterhelp.com/DAX. My very loose and incomplete understanding of wolves is that they are always in a pack. Are you thinking like, well, there's one, there's 5?
I should have thought that. To give you an idea of where our heads are at, they're trying to find their keys in this upside down tent.
Yeah, because they got to drive to the hospital, right? That's what's next.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they just need to get away from it, really.
Yeah.
So at no point do they realize, I have a van. We could just pop back to my site. It felt like we sat there for 5 minutes, just screaming, trying to figure out what to do. And eventually it was like, oh, forget the keys. We're good. So we ran back. My wife at this point doesn't know what's going on. She's heard me screaming and challenging someone to a fight.
She may have heard bitch, maybe not.
She may have heard bitch. I don't recall. She says she just sees this woman carrying 2 children screaming, running at her. Is it a domestic? What's going on?
There could be a fucking murderer at the campsite.
Exactly.
Like, is she fleeing a psychopath?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. All these things. We get them back to my site. We open up the van. We get Matt inside. She starts wrapping his arms with towels because he's leaking everywhere.
I have a 7 and a 9-year-old currently. You said that his boys were a little younger. What's their demeanor?
Mine are sleeping. Theirs are very calm.
See, that was why I asked. I always wonder this. I have these terrible, they're not fantasies, they're nightmares, I guess, but they're waking thoughts. What if we were fleeing an attacker? What if we had to hide? Like, could they get their shit together and stay fucking quiet? Like, would they know instinctually, like, the shit's really hitting the fans and not a time to cry?
I'm going to take a guess because I don't know, but I think they would. And I only base that on their mom was in absolute shock mode. And so there was more than enough reason to lose your absolute mind as a child. My feeling is that perhaps the trauma of the whole thing. So I think the mind was like, I got this. I'm just going to separate you two. And so my wife and I are about to have this real good horror story moment where she's looking at me, I'm looking at her, and our tent is behind me. And all of a sudden I see her just look over and her eyes just get big. And we look back, the wolf is now on our side, smelling our kids through our tent.
No, he's back.
My wife just goes nuts. She just goes warrior princess on me. She's just screaming and arms are everywhere. And she sprints at this thing. And it worked. The wolf was like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out.
I'm not dealing with an angry mom.
Yeah, it turns out the mama bear rule works for wolves too. So it was like, screw this, I'm out. And he just kind of like pranced off. That was the last I ever saw of it. But at this point, New York Todd, who's my neighbor on this side, he comes over with like a bear spray and an axe, and he's on a bike and a headlamp. He's very prepared because his wife is like, this sounds like a murder.
Yeah.
We decide I'm going to drive the family to find cell service because we're 10 minutes away from a place that I think has cell service. It doesn't, by the way, but there's a guy there. So she's like, well, you can't leave us. And so my new friend Todd, he brings them back. So that's where they stayed for the night. On my way out, there's a guy coming in, which is really weird, and kind of rolled down the window. Maybe he was coming in late. I wasn't sure. And I just said, just so you know, like there is a wolf attack back there. But this guy just kind of blows me. He's like, yeah, okay. And so he leaves. We drive past this dead porcupine in the middle of the road, which would be important later. But finally we get to a place, it's called Saskatchewan River Crossing. You can get gas and snacks, and there's even like some chalets and stuff. And so I finally find a security guard who gets us an ambulance and the cops, and it takes about an hour or two, but we get things settled down. And we learn from the police officer that one of the conservation officers was scraping up that porcupine, and the wolf attacked him on the side of the road.
No.
And he was able to shoot it.
Wow.
Same night, probably same wolf.
Yeah.
Same wolf, same night. And so by this point, we're safe. I have to go back to the site now because we don't have anywhere else to stay.
You know the wolf's dead, though, at this point.
Yes. So I end up back at the site, and there's two officers now. They've got it all taped off, and they're doing their little thing. Have you ever slept on an air mat, like one of those tiny little air mattresses, like a pad?
Yes.
Yeah.
The way it works, it's got a little valve on it, and you just open it, and it just sucks air in. They'd taken all their stuff, and they'd put it aside, and they'd rolled it up, and they left it against a tree. And I'm just chatting with the officers. It's about 4 a.m. at this point. I'm like, oh, I was next door.
I kicked him in his asshole. I'm probably the reason he attacked everyone.
Well, he raises the point that you wrote. So he says, are you absolutely sure there was only one of them? And I was like, well, fuck. I hadn't even considered it technically. Like I was so scared the whole time. And as I'm thinking about it, this rolled up pad fills with too much air and it just unfurls right next to us. And so that was probably as scary as the wolf.
Oh, sure.
All three of us just screamed like children. It was brutal. So I slept the rest of the night in my van, and the kids slept in New York Todd's trailer with my wife.
Who you just met, right?
Oh, yeah. I know very little about New York Todd. But my favorite story is the next morning. We're just doing breakfast, and this guy is at the site, and he's just walking around. I walk over to say hi, and I said, did you hear about our night? And he's like, oh, yeah, I did. And I said, oh, yeah. How did you hear of it? He's like, well, I'm a former Marine, and I'm here on vacation with my girlfriend. We were in a tent, and we heard all this screaming. All Canadians find it hilarious because we find you guys so intense.
Like Americans in general, you're saying.
Yeah. This guy looks me right in the eye, and he goes, first moment I heard those screams, I knew it was a kidnapping.
I knew it was a kidnapping. That is the lowest probability.
That was my thing. And he's like, and I'm already pissed because I couldn't bring my gun in because it's Canada. So I've got my knife. And
Oh
like,
my
so I get into my
God.
truck and I drive over. And there's this guy in this van who comes by and he rolls down his window and he tells me, don't go any further. There's a wolf attack. And I look over and there's a bleeding man and his family. And I'm like, this is the fucking kidnapper.
Oh my God. So he thought you were in the middle of your kidnapping.
Which I was technically taking the family away. So sort of.
Sure.
His things are all disconnected.
You gotta wonder if this guy himself had been kidnapped because A, kidnapping is the rarest of things. It's always apparent. B, it doesn't ever happen at a campground. No one's like, I'm going to drive 6 hours out to a campground. Hope I get lucky.
No, I think that they could happen at a campsite. Like abductions.
Oh, I
sometimes
forgot.
happen-
Monica was obsessed with kidnappings when she was younger. I just remembered. She tracked all kidnappings, like anyone that was national. She was like praying for people's safe return, convinced she was going to get kidnapped. I see.
It could happen.
It would not ever. No kidnapper would ever go, I want to kidnap but I want to drive several hours to a completely unknown and uncontrolled environment that I don't know anything about and I haven't cased and snatch one there, and then be stuck on a 2-lane road for 4 hours with this kidnapped kid where the police can pull. It's the last place it's going to happen.
I really think there's like a high rate of abduction at camping.
At national parks?
Nobody wants to kidnap an entire family, that's for sure. Like maybe a kid.
You want to maybe isolate them, yeah.
That's true.
Those walks home from school.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Will you ask if he knows the wife's name?
Do you know the wife's name?
Elisa.
We have her, too, that submitted a story.
No fucking dingles. Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
Get out of here. You can join all of them, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. No. Can you hear us?
Do you guys see each other?
No, Russ.
Yeah. How's it going?
God, this is the greatest.
This is crazy.
They both submitted the same stories.
What?
You guys submitted the same
What?
story.
But we didn't put that together.
Now I feel like I have to go get my husband so he can say hi.
Yes.
Wait, is your husband
Matt.
the American Marine,
No,
or is her
Matt.
husband
Matt?
Okay, so Matt took it on the arm. Does he have any scarage I could see?
He does.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
this
This
is
is turned into Jerry Springer.
This is a reunion.
I am shook, Russ. Were you expecting this?
No, God, this is amazing.
All right, hold on. He's shirtless.
That's actually the only time I've ever seen him is shirtless.
Hold on. I'm going to give him one of my ear pods. Wait till you see this.
He doesn't have any heart issues or anything, does he? Because this could be
No.
This could be a short-circuiting moment.
Look who's joining us.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
This is Monica and Dax. Hi.
What if the wolf jumped out of the closet and fucking killed Monica and I right now?
So, Russ, you wrote in as well?
I had a friend who sent me the link, and he's like, you should totally do this.
Crazy.
He's never even heard of Armchair Expert.
Not true.
Okay. But guys, we're in a very crazy situation where now Monica and I are basically police interrogators. And we could now have you two tell the story and find out how full of shit Russ is.
No, and also we get to hear inside the tent that Russ doesn't
A privileged
know.
point of view that Russ could only guess at the pandemonium inside the tent.
I can't believe
This is incredible. Okay, I'm going to jump into one quick question, unexpected, but do either of you remember exactly what kind of crazy street talk Russ was throwing at the wolf? He thinks he has a vague memory of it wasn't really appropriate for a wolf per se, but he remembers trying his best to talk fight talk.
I think that when you came over, you started just yelling at it. I don't remember specifically.
He thinks he
said,
may
"You
have
want a
said,
piece
"Do you
of
want a
me?"
piece of me?" Which is so exciting.
He may have said that. And I mean, he gave it a piece of him. So.
Let's start your story with you're in your tent and you hear some sniffing, I guess. Let's start there.
So we had all gone to sleep. It was like 11:30. And then I was reading, and I think I had just fallen asleep because when this kind of all went down very quickly, my Kindle was still lit. So what happened was I think I was just drifting into sleep and I heard the tent come in. We were in a small, really lightweight, no extra room. So I woke up suddenly and then said to Matt, there's something outside of the tent. And he sat up immediately, which doesn't usually happen because I have said to him on many occasions that I thought either something was outside of our tent. I screamed one night when we were camping that there was a spider on his face and then realized no way I could have seen a spider. So I was always a nervous camper anyway.
Suffice to say, you've cried wolf a couple times.
Okay. Exactly.
You are the boy from the story now.
I treated it a little different this time because we saw a bear. So I had bear spray right next to my head.
There's so many places you can sleep outdoors without the threat of these major fauna.
I've actually heard you guys talk a couple times about camping and how you think it's ridiculous with a tent. And I usually would agree. He's literally said to me so many times that would never happen. Well, now it's again.
That's what I would say to my wife.
I felt the tent come in. He sits up. I mean, it was a second after that it happened again, but very violently.
It was trying to get in there.
Yes, but we had no idea what it was. So I screamed, there was something outside. My immediate thought was bear. We were in grizzly bear country. So basically what happened was Matt turned around and yelled, like, get back. And when he did that, the wolf, which we didn't know was wolf, came in and bit down on his hand because he basically pushed the tent back a little.
It was like a crushing feeling that I've never felt before, thankfully. When that happened, she said I like screamed her name out.
Maybe almost thinking like, okay, I'm going down, save the family.
Yeah. From then it was like shit hit the fan fast. And it was, I mean, I remember like the noise, like the loudness of just how violent the tent shaking and him screaming and me screaming, you know, bloody murder, as Russ could attest to. I didn't know what was going on at that point. I think at that point you had been bitten one more time.
Yeah, it bit my hand like twice and then it like pulled back.
Yeah.
And ripped the rain fly off of the tent.
So that's when we saw that it was a wolf.
Did the wolf let out any noises?
None. During this entire scenario, I didn't hear one growl, nothing.
Whew.
So I, at that point, had my younger son, who was 5 at the time, and he was pretty little. So I kind of laid almost on top of him while I was screaming. And I remember him saying to me, Mom, you're yelling in my ear. Oh. And then my older son, I didn't know where he was. It was dark. And then I heard Matt say, no, 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 no. I mean, like screaming. And I thought that the wolf had my son.
Of course.
I yell, no, 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 because my son, from us screaming, I'm sure, sits up and pushes himself.
Like kind of scooted back.
The back of the tent, which is right where the wolf's face is. So I grabbed his sleeping bag with my left hand and threw him across to the other side of the tent. And when I turned and threw him, that's when he bit the back of my other arm. Literally a half a second away from biting my son. And at that point, I don't know, my brain switched over and I kind of changed it from where's my family to I tried to get more aggressive as you could be.
The human brain in our evolution is like you try to avoid. There is a moment when you are engaged in a long enough fight where you're like, well, I'm in this fight. So I really only have one option, which is now fight back.
I'm pretty good at problem solving through stressful situations. When he bit me, I tried punching him first with like 2 punches and it felt so weak and didn't seem to care at all. So then I tried to pin it. I had its jaw and I just laid on top of its head so it couldn't keep biting me.
During all of this, I'm still screaming. And I see Matt slowly dragged out of the tent. And I grabbed onto his ankles and started pulling back, because I thought that the wolf was dragging him away. I think at this point, enter Russ. I was screaming like, help, we're being attacked, help my kids. Like, I mean, just screaming anything I could think of.
And I reached out and grabbed one of the tent stakes that holds the tent up because it was snapped on the ground. I remember thinking like, wow, my hand works. Because I was surprised I could even use my right hand to grab onto something. And I grabbed it and I smacked it in the face. I didn't hear somebody come. I just felt the wolf literally just go fly.
You witnessed Russ giving him a piece of him.
As promised, yeah.
Holy smokes. Well, that really matches up
It
nicely.
does.
Yeah,
It
I
does,
feel
and
like
it
we
filled
can.
in a good gap.
We're not going to move forward with charges against either of you. It all sounds like self-defense and really holds up.
This is the best thing that's happened on this show. What kismet.
It's impossible. So we know the rest of the story. One thing I was most curious about, Russ will tell you, is I was really immediately curious what the demeanor of the 2 boys was.
I remember them being silent.
Yeah, that's comforting to me, to be honest. I always am fearful that I'd be dealing with both some crazy tragedy and 2 screaming kids, and that would just be too much.
I do remember them listening, because once Russ came and we stood up finally, and then, of course, the wolf was tracking Matt the entire time, and Russ and Matt are, throwing the boulders. I was telling the kids to get behind me, because now I'm like, oh my God, how about if this wolf sees my kid? So I'm kind of in front of them, and they were completely silent, did what we said.
The year after is really where it changes.
Yeah.
So like you look at the 4 of us and it's completely different personalities. For me, I needed to get over it right away. So I was camping 3 weeks later in Colorado, and my oldest son took that same approach a little bit. A year later, he said, I'm ready. We camped inside in the tent, and we camped on the deck, and we camped in the yard, and then we went backpacking in upstate New York.
Okay, so I guess that answers my question, at least for you guys. Knowing that I hate when people say to me, wow, so after all your surgeries from the track accident, did you sell your motorcycle? And I'm like, I bought a new one and I still go to the track, and it, of course, infuriates people, and I don't like being asked it. With that said, do you still go camping? I guess you do, Matt, but Russ, do you?
we had the sit down moment where it was sort of like camping is what we do. Without it, we kind of don't have much else. We always do want to teach the boys to like get back up on the horse somewhat. We also want to teach the boys that we get scared, that it's okay to be scared, and that's a normal thing to do. And we don't have a lot of high expectations for them. We just want them to be nice. We want them to give a damn about nature. And we couldn't figure out a way to do that without camping. So probably around the same time Matt was off to Colorado, the four of us did go back to the wilderness. And yeah, very similar experience where we sat the kids down and told them, this is the thing I'm feeling, but I think it's important that we show you guys that this is a safe activity. And truthfully, by the time we got there and got set up, it was way, way better. Sleep was a little hard that night, but we did try to get right back into it.
And you had that powerful kick anyways.
Yeah, we've already proven that it's fine.
I have not.
Yeah, I don't think you need to. But has it changed either of your protocol? Like, do you guys sleep with weapons by you now? Anything change that way, like your approach?
Yeah, for a while I carried a knife, or even when I was backpacking, I started having a knife that hung from my neck, like a little necklace one. Because the whole time I thought I need something to fight with, and I couldn't get to the bear spray. And then I even thought during the incident, well, if I did grab the bear spray, I can't spray it in the tent anyway. So I'm like, I needed something to fight back. I've stopped doing that. I've gotten comfortable again, but it took a while, honestly.
How about you, Russ?
I have an axe in the tent now, and it's always in the exact same place. Every now and then I'll just kind of reach over and just kind of like
practice grabbing it.
I'm really weird about it now, but the tent zippers have to be in the exact same place.
Oh.
So if anyone F's with my zipper, I like call them over and it's like, no, you can't.
Yeah, I remember you said you couldn't get it open.
Like I want to be able to find it with my eyes closed.
And have you all ever seen each other again in real life?
We hung out shortly after.
We were kind of stuck in Canada for about a week after this happened. We had a 2-week vacation planned, and I think this happened on day like 7. Matt had to get a couple of rabies shots. So we stayed in Canada and we saw Russ and his family 2 days before we left. We got together.
Tried to process.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It was crazy afterwards. It was a lot.
We did send the nice wolf blanket to him.
That was my dog's favorite blanket for like an entire year before she ate it. So yeah, we share Christmas gifts every year now. We send like maple themed things.
That's so nice.
I think we sent you guys wolf cupcakes.
Yeah. They were like printed. It was really terrifying. It was like 6 wolves.
Oh, how fun. What a bonding.
I'm telling you. You know, I'm kind of thinking like you tell this exact same story and it involves a human and all of you guys are fucked up for life.
Oh, yeah.
Like this happens in your home. It's equally as life-threatening. And I'm just trying to compute why it is.
I know
Is
why.
it because you can avoid wolves if you...
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
There are humans everywhere. And so you can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
How many more wolves are you going to run into? Hopefully 0.
That's exactly what I said about camping. A person could get into our tent so easily. I think it just makes you realize how exposed you are just in general. And it just kind of like snowballs from there.
The tent is a mental extension of the blanket when you're a kid. Like you're afraid when you're a kid, you put the blanket over your head, you convince yourself, yeah, no boogeyman's possibly getting through this fucking sheet. I've been in that tent and I've thought, yeah, the animal won't come through that thing.
What's weird for me is the what if scenario got me more than the actual event itself.
Wow.
Well, you also kind of learn in these situations how much it falls down to luck, how you can't really be that prepared for it, even if you do all the right things and act all the right ways. I think Mike Tyson said everyone's got a game plan in a fight until they get punched in the face. It's like once you're in one of those situations and you start recognizing how chaotic it is and how hard it is to execute any kind of game plan, I think it does forever inform how you are in those situations.
Yeah. Everybody said to us, I mean, I'm sure you heard this too, Russ, you had a better chance of getting struck by lightning. Like this is so rare. I think this is one of 4 that has ever happened in Canada, like on document. I start thinking that way about everything.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where that like snowballed for me. And it's still hard.
Right. Like, oh, if a 1 in a 10 million thing happened to me, then why wouldn't a 1 in 2 million thing happen to me? My disposition is Matt. Like, well, we were in a plane crash. That won't happen again in our lifetime.
Even though I don't think that's technically how it works.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Well, guys, this has been a riot at your expense. I'm sorry you all went through that, and yet I'm also jealous you all went through that. It's a very complicated cognitive dissonance I'm having. I love that you guys stayed in touch.
And you're both here
and
together.
Russ, you're a fucking hero. I'm looking at a dude with guitars hung behind him. I don't know if your fantasy of yourself was you were a hero, and you're a goddamn hero.
Yeah.
There was people in other campgrounds that ran into their cars when we were calling for help.
Yes.
Sure.
And he stepped over his family and came to help us. There's nothing like that.
Oh, well, guys, it was incredible meeting all of you. And thank you so much for sharing that crazy, improbable thing you all went through.
Thank you for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
And it was so fun. I'm so glad.
Hey.
The stereotype is true. These Canadians are so goddamn nice.
Oh my gosh, so nice.
Pleasure to meet all y'all, and I hope the wolf-shaped cupcakes keep coming in over the holidays, and you keep the love alive. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
We are supported by HP. If you're a parent or you know one, like I do, or you can help take care of kids, you already know what August feels like. It's not summer anymore, it's the pregame. The supplies list, the forms, the "we need this printed by tomorrow" texts that come in at 9 p.m. And I say this as someone who's been on the receiving end of those texts in a former life. You're ready to help, and then the printer says no, out of ink, blinking at you, useless. It's such a small thing, but it will absolutely derail your night. So when I heard about the HP Smart Tank printer from HP, America's most trusted printer brand, I thought this is the kind of thing that actually makes life easier, not in a big flashy way, in a one less crisis way. Instead of those little cartridges that run out the second you need them, the HP Smart Tank uses refillable ink tanks, and it comes with up to 3 years of ink included. 3 years. That's 3 back-to-school seasons without the cartridge panic. HP can't fill out the forms for you, but they can make sure the printer is never the reason you're up past midnight. Search HP Smart Tank.
This episode is supported by Helix.
So I've had my Helix mattress for a few years now, and I still love it just as much as the first night. That says a lot because a good night's sleep is very important to me.
Sleep is everything. And what's great about Helix is that it's not a guessing game with finding the right mattress because they have over 20 models, so you can find the one that actually fits how you sleep. And with that summer heat upon us, Helix has cooling upgrades that can get you the best rest even on hot nights.
I have a Helix Midnight Luxe mattress. I really like the level of firmness it has, but that might not be right for you. They have so many options, and you just go take the quiz, and it is perfectly matched for your needs, which is incredible. I also highly, highly recommend the cooling upgrade, especially in the summer. It makes your sleep so much better. If you're still tossing and turning on a mattress that's not working for you, just trust us on this one.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off site-wide. helixsleep.com/armchair. We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really. I think Nate needs an introduction first and foremost.
We have a really special guest.
Yeah. I've had best friend Aaron Winkley, ride or die. And then I've had 2 Aaron Winkleys in my time in California, Scott Johnson and Nate Tuck, bestest friends.
Yeah.
For 20-some years. Met in the groundlings.
Yeah, it's amazing hearing the Aaron Weekly stories from Aaron. After I spent 20 years hearing them as stories, third hand. Mm-hmm. And I will say how accurate the retelling was.
Right, because most of the stories sound absolutely impossible. Or
insanely impossible.
Yes. As do yours. I told one of your stories last episode.
Which
one? It was about people pooping their pants. I didn't name any names, but I said there was a big bar fight, and he got blasted so hard that he fucking shit his pants. But that's not even the punchline, is that he cleared the fight out.
The fight stopped immediately. Yeah. Everybody ran for the doors because
toxic waste was on the scene. I'm going to preface this because I could say this at the end, but I'd rather say it at the beginning so you can enjoy the story. You're a young man. You think your role in life is to protect your family and your sister. And we're stupid when we're young.
Yes.
And in this story, neither of us would condone and you wouldn't repeat.
No way.
But alas, at that age, you think you're going to be called in to save your family at any point?
Because I've seen a lot of movies and
Harrison
read a lot
Ford.
of stories. And in my mind, as a suburban kid in the Bay Area, there were certain things I had to do.
Of course.
It was 92, and it was summertime, and it was really hot. The back door that enters into the backyard, I was painting it, which is so weird, because I didn't really paint very much, but I was painting. It was super hot, so I took my shirt off. I had no shoes on, no socks on, no shirt on, and just boxers.
Oh, my God. And you're sweating up a storm.
It's so hot outside. Now, inside is my sister, my brother,
Mary,
Matt, Mikey,
Marsh,
and Dave. And they're inside watching TV or watching a movie or something. Now that I think about it, why was I outside working? But anyway, I am. I walk inside the garage, and I'm about to open the door into the house to wash my brush off, and I hear something rustling by the kitty litter. And I thought it was the cat. I'm like, Wimpy, come on inside. No answer, no movement, but the rustling continued. I was like, what is that? And I flip on the light, and I look over, and there is a snake crawling over the kitty litter bag. All I saw was the body of it. It was between two luggage pieces. And I was like, oh, it looks like a garter snake, but it was big. It was thick. And it continues, and it continues.
Oh, my God.
And then the tail was revealed. There's a rattle. And I go, Rattler! And listen to this. I yell it outside the door, and here's what I hear in the house. Bullshit!
No.
Swear to God. I'm like, no, there's a rattler! In my mind, I'm like, this thing's in the garage. If I don't kill it now, someone's going to come out and get bit.
Mary.
And
Is that your mom? We need a little
sister. Who was there? She was there. So they all come out. My friends and my brother and my sister come out, and they're all at the door. And it was like a sitcom where, like, the heads are like popping out around the corner, all lined up. And remember, no shoes, no socks.
Oh, fuck.
Just boxers.
It's the no shoes.
It's in the garage.
Because you have a fantasy you could step on it.
Well, I thought about this many times before this time. Like, yeah, right? This is it.
Yeah.
Because I lived in a
You've been
canyon.
preparing for this.
We lived in a canyon, so we had talked about rattlesnakes. I've seen rattlesnakes. Okay, so I grab a shovel. In my mind, I'm like, I'm going to kill it with the shovel. I'm going to cut its head off and bury the head because I heard you're supposed to do that.
Why?
Because then somebody might...
can't regrow?
Even if it's dead, if you step on the head, it can still bite you.
Oh, it has the venom sacs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or so I thought.
Sure. So we've heard.
So I grabbed the shovel, and everyone's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I got to kill it. And...
God.
So I kind of moved one of the luggage pieces out of the way, and there it is sitting in a cubby about 2 feet by 3 feet. And I grabbed the shovel, and I was so nervous. And I didn't think about anything. I didn't think about it. I wasn't wearing any shoes and socks. I wasn't thinking about any of that.
No, it's life or death.
Yeah, and I moved the shovel towards it. It is just sticking its tongue out. And of course, I'm like, oh.
You felt a little pang of ethics.
Already guilt. I was guilty. Yes.
Already?
I was like, oh, geez. I was like, that's who I am. I'm like, maybe I'll just knock it out.
Oh.
Okay.
And transfer it?
I'm 21 years old.
Okay.
And I'm like, maybe I'll just knock it out.
Yeah,
I
all of a
turned
sudden you're a herpetologist. You know how
I turned the flat head of the shovel towards the snake, and I rear back. But I can only rear back this far because in a cubby.
Yeah, it's like 18 inches maybe.
And I'm standing in the first carport, which has oil all over the floor. I just gave it all I had. I went, boom! And I slip. Both feet go off from under me. I land. I go, boom! Shovel drops, and all I hear is this.
Oh, my God.
And a rattle doesn't sound like you think it does. It doesn't sound like... It sounds like this.
Oh, my God.
Everybody goes this. Everyone goes... Ah! They all run away. Everybody runs away.
Assholes and elbows, every man for himself. Somebody get Mary.
I'm on my back. The shovel's down. I'm like, yelling. I get back up. I grab the shovel. I don't know where it is. I'm like, where is it? But it's so loud and it's so pissed off. It's so pissed off. And I moved some luggage out of the way, and there it is. And now it's coiled up in the corner, and it's ready to fight. And I was like, that makes it so much scarier.
Yes.
And then as I approach with the shovel again,
Oh, my God.
it strikes the shovel so fast that the timing is this. It goes, stink, and then I move it.
Like 3 seconds later.
I'm so slow with the shovel, so much faster than me.
And you're barefoot. Everyone's left you.
They're gone.
Are they calling like 911?
They're just freaked out. Are you okay? I'm like, I wasn't even responding. I was so scared.
Yeah.
And then I stood there and I'm like, this is it. And I got as close as I could. I closed my eyes and kind of leaned my head back, and I just went and started smashing shopping. This is where I started to feel terrible. It was a bloodbath. It was bouncing around. I was going, and I had my head leaned back. I'm like, and then I stuck it. I could feel I stuck it. And I saw it, and I looked, and then the head was kind of tilted back. And I just started sawing.
Yeah.
And I got halfway through, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm okay. And I finished it, cut its head off, opened the garage door, and I'm like, I'm going to go pick it up with gloves, the head, and I'm going to take out and bury the head.
She's still with that plan.
Yeah.
I would have 86 that plan at this point.
Oh my God.
I walk outside, and the mailman, I'm not kidding, mailman Bob, with a great gold necklace around, mustache, chewing gum. He's like, what's going on down there? And I'm like, I just killed a rattlesnake. I was so adrenalized.
Yes.
And he goes, there's no rattlesnakes around here. I go, what?
Oh, no, you're a liar.
Yeah. Now I walk in, I grab the snake, and this is where like my 21-year-old like
Bravado.
man versus beast.
Yes.
And man won.
Yes.
And I walked out and I go, I hold it up in the air like this, and there it is dangling from my hand, and mailman Bob's like, oh, wow. He couldn't believe it was actually a rattlesnake.
Oh, my God. And
And-
this young, skinny, tall man
And
covered in fucking sweat and oil in his underpants.
for that moment, I felt like I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a gladiator.
But remember the guilt I had at the beginning, then it came in real heavy. That night, my dad's having a poker party with his brothers and friends.
Okay.
And Uncle George comes up and he goes, hey, I heard you killed a rattlesnake today. And I said, yeah. You wouldn't believe it. I started to tell the story. He goes, well, you should have probably called the SPCA and they could have come picked it up and put it back out in the wild. Then I felt so bad.
He brought a little,
I
little
felt so
reality to the
guilty.
scene. Uncle George could have given it to you. Let the young man have it.
But another thing happened. Matt's brother was there, my buddy's younger brother. And to this day, when I see him, he's like, this is Nate. This is the guy who killed the rattlesnake.
Oh, my God.
Because he was a young kid
Like
at the time.
St. Patrick. Drove the snakes out of Ireland.
Yeah. You know, there's 3 or 4 people there who, it was a big moment in their lives.
Ah, seminal.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised when you say you wouldn't do that again.
Well, I just felt so bad about it. I felt
But
like...
he was going to bite all of you guys.
That's what I said. I mean, at the end of the day, I was like, someone will get bit. The
Yeah.
cat will die. The movies and the books I read about rattlesnakes, I was like, I was sure that if you come across a rattlesnake, it's going to coil up and strike you. Not in a relaxing manner, lick your shovel and be like, oh, what's this?
Right.
It was just, it just wanted to come out of the heat. It just wanted to cool off.
Yeah. Everyone
But
was suffering that day.
It was going to kill you.
In my mind,
If
it
not
was.
you, Mary was going to go down.
But to
for
Dax's point, I swear to God, in my mind, it was like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Because I have to protect myself and my family.
And yes, this moment right now defines who I am for the rest of my life.
I feel like it-
back down from this. I will back down from everything ad nauseum,
Yes.
infinitum.
In perpetuity.
Yes.
Yeah, but wow.
Isn't Nate a hero?
You're a hero. Also, my favorite part's obviously the slipping on the oil.
I mean, can you think?
And you got to
I just
see
can
him when he's
picture it
telling that
so-
story standing up.
First of all, the choice to try to knock it out.
Yeah.
But you're in fight or flight a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll knock it out, stun it, and then kill it.
And also, you'll have some sense of how long it's stunned. Right. Like, what is that? A 5-second window you have? Is it a half hour?
Also, everyone watching you and then screaming
And
when you
running
fell
away.
down.
Oh. Well, they found out who they were that day as well.
Every man for themselves.
God, but what are you supposed to do? Like, I would have been like, I gotta call 911, but that's
Sure.
a dumb thing to do.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know.
sure someone will comment that you should call exactly what Uncle. What was his
Joe
name?
or Uncle George said, you
Uncle
should call
George.
SPCA and they'll come.
I would have to know that there's an agency called SPCCA to then look them up in the phone book in '93 and then get them out there.
While it's
Well, Mary's inside.
skirting around.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my sister, whom I've been obliged to protect, is cowering in her bedroom with the door locked. We were yelling, "Look up rattlesnake behavior!"
Oh my God.
So that's it.
All right, I love you.
Love you too.
What a great
That
introduction
was-
to Nate Tuck.
Yes.
Do you want to sing a tune or something? We don't have a theme song.
Oh, okay, great.
We don't have a theme song for this new show, so here I go. We're gonna ask some random questions, and with the help of Armcherries, we'll get some suggestions. On the fly, rhyme-ish
On the fire iron dish, enjoy. We are supported by Allstate. Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. Not checking that your keys are actually in your hand before you close the car door. Have you ever stood in a parking lot full of sun staring at your keys sitting right there on the seat 4 inches away and completely useless to you? It's a very specific kind of humbling. Yeah, checking first is a good idea. So check Allstate first for an auto quote. It could save you hundreds. And for fast, reliable help when you need it, add an Allstate roadside plan today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary. Insurance and roadside assistance plans are subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Insurance provided by Allstate North American Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Roadside assistance plans provided by Allstate Motor Club, Incorporated, an Allstate affiliate.